Hey guys, this is Miss Huss. This week, one of the things we're going to be working on is that readers can identify the social issues in a text and support the social issues using key details. I want you to take a second, pause this, think about what important words are in here that will help us solve this. Okay? All right, so one of them is can identify social issues, a text, there's support, and key details. So when we identify, we find something, okay? And our last lesson, we talked about what a social issue is. It's a problem that affects a community. Now remember, it can affect a community, it can affect the world, but it doesn't just affect one person, so remember that. In a text can be a book, it can be a magazine, it could be an article. Support, so think about supporting you, and key details. That relates to the main ideas. It kind of goes hand in hand with support, okay? So let's keep on going. So let's review what social issues are. It's like global warming, bullying, racism, homelessness, divorce, poverty, discrimination, environment, gender, and protecting the environment. So these are all great social issues, and there's more than that if we keep on thinking about it, but that's a broad range of them. So let's think about key details, because in order for us to know, we have to have key details to support it, okay? It's important pieces of information that support, told you, the main topic of a text. Example, pandas are endangered by animals. This is a social issue right here, okay? They're endangered. The key detail for this is they are losing their food source of bamboo as it is cut down to make room for people, okay? What is not a key detail is they are cute, black, and white bears. This is not a key detail because that does not relate to why they are endangered, okay? Remember, endangered is like there's not many more out there. They're not able to survive because of what humans are doing, okay? All right, so how do we find the social issue? I want you to ask yourself as you're trying to find the social issue, what are the character struggles or challenges, okay? What is fair or unfair in this text? Who is accepted or rejected? And who has power in this text? Who doesn't? How do they use that power? So when we think about character struggle or challenges, we actually did this with biographies. We did this last week when we were talking about what the challenges are and what we can learn from them. So it relates quite easily. What is fair or unfair? So some things are going to be fair and other things are going to be unfair. This should be fairly easy to figure out because you are able to see which one is which. Who is accepted or rejected? So if I was told I can't play football because I'm a girl, I am rejected because I'm a girl, okay? Who is accepted? Well, I would assume boys would be accepted to play football because they're boys, okay? Who has power in this text? Well, if we think about it, If the same example with the football, who has power? Well, I don't because I was rejected. So the power would be the boys. Who doesn't? The girls. How do they use that power? They tell me that I can't play football. Okay? So I want you to try this by watching part of Zootopia. I love this movie. So you're going to watch a scene from it in a second. And I want you to think back to these questions, okay? All right, have fun watching the movie. Just kidding, it's the show. Or just a small scene.
We have 14 missing mammal cases, all predators, from a giant polar bear to a teensy little otter. And City Hall is right up my tail to find them. This is priority number 1. Listen, I know what you're doing skulking around during daylight hours, but I don't want any trouble in here. So hit the road.
I'm not looking for any trouble either, sir. I simply want to buy a Jumbo Pop for my little boy. You want the red or the blue, pal?
Oh, come on, kid, back up. Listen, buddy, what? There aren't any Fox ice cream joints in your part of town?
No, there are. It's just my boy, this goofy little stinker, he loves all things elephant, wants to be one when he grows up. Isn't that adorable? Who the heck am I to crush his little dreams, huh? Right?
Look, you probably can't read Fox, but the sign says, "We reserve the right to refuse service to anyone." So beat it.
You're holding up the line. Hello? Excuse me.
Hey, you're gonna have to wait your turn like everyone else, meter maid.
Actually, I'm an officer. Just had a quick question. Are your customers aware they're getting snot and mucus with their cookies and cream?
What are you talking about?
Well, I don't want to cause you any trouble, but I believe scooping ice cream with an ungloved trunk is a Class 3 health code violation. Which is kind of a big deal. Of course, I could let you off with a warning if you were to glove those trunks and, I don't know, finish selling this nice dad and his son a... What was it?
A Jumbo Pop, please.
A Jumbo Pop.
$15.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Alright, so as you watch that video, you were supposed to be thinking about these questions. Let's answer them together. So what are the characters' struggles or challenges? Well, Fox struggled to be served a Jumbo Pop. Okay. What is fair or unfair in this text? Well, there wasn't really anything fair, but there was something unfair. So when we think back, it was unfair that they wouldn't serve him because he was a fox. So who is accepted or rejected? Well, in there it said like the fox was rejected. But who was accepted? I would definitely say other elephants were accepted. Okay. So who has power in this text? Well, thinking about it, in this movie, the elephant had power by saying no. So he was kind of discriminating against the fox. And Officer Hopps also had power. Because she tried to make things fair. So let's think about the social issue. What issue was in here that was a problem? Well, I would say discrimination. Because the fox wasn't being served because he was a fox. And we're going to have to talk about 2 key details from the movie that helped us. So one of the key details in the beginning, the elephant assumes fox is scoping around and tells him to hit the road. So if we think about this key detail, it goes back to the social issue because he assumed the fox, because usually foxes do this, scope around, and he tells him, get out of here. I don't want you to be here. I don't want to serve you. So another key detail on this was, why didn't he, or think about what he said to him when Fox tried to get the pop. He even asked him if there's Fox ice cream places, and shows the sign that he has the right to serve. Who he wants. And when we look at this, we notice that afterward, Officer Hopps hears this, and she steps in and tries to take the power by saying there was some violations in there. So she was trying to fix the discrimination that there was. So when we think about this, these key details relate to the social issue. We don't want to say that Fox had a cute little baby because that did not relate to the social issue. All right, so it's your turn. You are going to watch a clip from the Lorax, okay? I'm going to go ahead and tell you what this social issue is. People should protect the environment and not destroy it for money. So there you go. I said it. You can't come up with a different social issue. Let's do this one. In the text box, you need to type 2 key details in the text box that support the social issue. Now, remember, we don't want to say something as, oh, the trees were so cute. That does not support this social issue. So make sure you have written 2, not 1, not 3, not 4, but 2 social issues that you have learned through this. Okay? There are many different ones. So just because I say there's 2 key details, somebody else could choose 2 other key details that support it. So just there's no wrong answer as long as you don't say something as the trees are pretty or he looks ugly, okay? It has to support this social issue. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.